When you think of Las Vegas, what's the first thing that comes to mind? Probably the neon lights, the strip, all that entertainment, right? But today, we're going to look at it from a completely different angle. We're treating it as a case study for how we're all dealing with some very modern challenges, both with our environment and our lifestyles. Okay, let's dive in. This quote right here just nails it. It really sets the stage for everything we're about to talk about. In an environment this extreme, the line between what's a nice to have and what's an absolute necessity gets completely erased. The solutions people use here aren't just about being a little more comfortable, they're about making daily life actually manageable. So, what exactly is the problem in a place like Las Vegas? Let's break it down. Listen to the way that's phrased. It almost paints the sun as, well, as the main villain of the story. These aren't just sunbeams, they're unyielding rays. That language tells you that the environment here isn't just a backdrop, it's an active, powerful force that people have to contend with every single day. So here it is, the core of it all. You're essentially fighting a battle on two fronts. On one side, you've got the physical environment just beating down on you, the insane heat, the blinding glare, those damaging UV rays. And on the other side, you've got the pressures of modern life, a busy, bustling schedule where every single minute counts. So, how in the world do you fight back against an opponent as powerful as the desert sun? Well, you get yourself a shield. And that brings us to the first really clever solution. And that shield is window tinting. But it's so important to see this as more than just a dark film on glass. You gotta think of it as a piece of technology, a tool that's both super functional and looks good, designed specifically to solve the exact problems we just laid out. And here are the three big wins you get from it. We're going to break each one down, but right away you can see how they directly counter those environmental threats. You get protection from the sun's nasty rays, you get relief from the heat, and you get to carve out a little private sanctuary in a very, very public city. First up, protection. We all know the sun can fade the dashboard in our cars, right? Well, imagine that on steroids. Those intense UV rays damage and fade everything. Your furniture, your floors, your car's interior. Tinting is basically like a powerful sunscreen, blocking that radiation and protecting the stuff you've spent your hard-earned money on. Next up is comfort, and let's be real, this one has a direct impact on your wallet. By blocking a huge amount of the sun's heat, your air conditioner doesn't have to work itself to death all day long. That means a lower energy bill, for sure, and a space that's just way more cool and pleasant to actually be in. And finally, privacy. In a city that literally never sleeps, having a space that feels like it's truly your own is so important. Tinting gives you that effective visual barrier, giving you a real sense of security and peace of mind, whether you're at home or in your car. Okay, so we've talked about tackling the environmental challenge. But what about that other problem, the busy, nonstop modern lifestyle? Let's pivot and look at the second ingenious solution. This question just hits home for so many of us, doesn't it? In a world where every minute of our day feels scheduled, the old way of doing things just seems broken. Driving somewhere, waiting around, it's a classic example of a system that just hasn't kept up with how we actually live. And the solution is so simple, it's brilliant. Just flip the model. Instead of you going to the service comes to you. So while you're at work, in a meeting, or handling things at home, the job just gets done. It's a system designed around your schedule for a change, not the other way around. And what's really cool here is that it's about more than just saving time. A lot of these mobile services are actually more sustainable, using super water-efficient methods. Plus, getting your car detailed regularly isn't a luxury in a place like this. It's vital preventative maintenance that protects your car's value from that brutal climate. Now, this adaptive approach, this idea of bringing the experts to you, it doesn't just stop with a standard wash. The same principles apply to even more specialized, high-level services. I love how this slide makes the distinction so clear. Think of it this way. Auto detailing is about restoration. It brings your vehicle back to life, makes it feel new again. Ceramic coating, on the other hand, is about future-proofing. It's putting a long-term, durable shield on your car to protect it from the elements. So one revitalizes, the other safeguards. So we've looked at window tinting and mobile car care in Las Vegas. But why should this matter to you, no matter where you happen to be watching from? Because these aren't just services, they're perfect examples of a really powerful idea. Our solutions are adapting to our specific needs. One targets the unique pressures of the environment, giving us protection and comfort. The other targets the universal pressure of time, giving us convenience and efficiency. It's all about finding the right tool for the job. And that brings us to our final takeaway. It really leaves us with a question to chew on, to think about in our own lives. Are the tools and habits you rely on every day just leftovers from the past? Or are they truly optimized for the world we live in right now? It's a powerful thought to end on.